Hi everyone, welcome to video number 5 in my Birdsong ID series. Despite this freezing weather, there's still quite a few birds singing away out here on the west of the Llŷn Peninsula in North Wales. And one of those species that's recently joined this lovely tapestry of birdsong in the mornings is this species here. It is of course the chaffinch, or binc in Welsh. That name actually refers to its call, which has this really distinctive sort of bink, 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 bink that you'll hear calling around gardens and parks and woods. And the Welsh name refers to that, binc, binc. But today we're going to be focusing on its song, which is this lovely cascading river of notes that almost sounds like it's sort of tripping over itself. It has this and then it ends in a flourish at the end. It's like there's actually two just singing right next to me here now. Have a listen. So you hear there, it's got that cascade of notes given in sort of 3 or 4 seconds, and then there's a pause, and then it'll do the very same thing again. Now there's slight regional differences of this song amongst chaffinches, but generally it follows a very similar pattern and rhythm all across the country. So it's quite easy to recognise, and it's not going to fool you around with too much trickery and mimicry like the great tip. So this song is pretty much exclusively given by male chaffinches, with that lovely sort of pinky reddish coloration, the sort of bluish on the head, and that lovely black and white patterning on the wings. And you'll often see them on quite exposed perches blasting out that song for females to take attention. And there's been some really interesting studies done on the chaffinch song actually. In the 1950s, studies found that if young birds weren't actually exposed to the song of older male chaffinches in the summertime after they'd fledged, then they wouldn't properly learn and assimilate that song to be able to use it in subsequent years. So really interesting. But yeah, gorgeous song, and one that I hope you can learn over these coming weeks, as you'll hear more around you wherever you are in the country. I hope you've been finding these videos useful. I'm looking forward to seeing which character I can bring you next week to try learning.